This is Outnumbered. I'm Andrea Tantaros, and here with us today, Harris Faulkner, host of Money with Melissa Francis. Melissa Francis is here, Democratic strategist and Fox News contributor Julie Rodzinski, and today's hashtag one. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We're very excited to have you because you seem to be at the center of all of these big stories, from Hillary's server to now this DEA drug and prostitute scandal. I mean, you're the guy.
Hey, it's a target kind of picked from there. So
well,
yeah,
we're glad that you're here because we're going to get your insight on all of them.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get started. New concerns that the White House is so desperate for a new irresponsible. There's a lot of other words that come to mind, Congressman. So why, if we really trust Iran, and I want to know who you think, Julie. I mean, if they get a deal, which the Iranians don't want on paper.
They had changed some things, evidently, to a door, and they had to replace that.
That video, I mean, to say that he's going to go out when he's at the top of his game. Really? What's the bottom of his game look like? I'm just curious. I mean,
losing to Sharon Engel. That would have been the bottom of his game.
He's been there for 4 decades, and he's sort of like, I need to step aside and let some fresh blood. 4 decades, really? You probably should have stepped aside a long time ago. But I'm with you, Congressman. He's been tremendously effective for President Obama, acting as a human shield, literally.
What the White House said about him with regard to that, Harry has not only become an ally, but a friend. I'm proud of all that we have accomplished together, and that's from the president in his office today. You know, he also had a reputation, though, and you mentioned this with bipartisan bills. There's one right now that he is blocking. That's
where, Congressman, the charges
That's a bigger charge.
Come in. I mean, that he could potentially have been working with them, and not just the men and women that lost their lives looking.
How and why did Susan Rice come out before the American people saying that this person served with...
So you don't buy that it was because he just had on a uniform?
I do want to say just one more thing. Look.
But beyond a date, we're not red states, we're not blue states, we're the United States. It all sounded good. He just didn't believe it, and he never actually acted on it.
All right. Regrettable one. Did you have a mullet ever?
After I met yesterday was my birthday, so good time. Glad Julie's with me.
No bad hairstyles anymore, right?
Whatever Julie says, I do. That's why we've been married for 24 years. So yes.
Congrats on that too.
Just remind people of all the things that she is when they put this out there, because we're talking about it and going, well, she is kind of, I don't know, disingenuous.
I'm not going to take anything off the table, but I'm not saying that...
My husband says that he purchased it and it wasn't paid for with taxpayer money in terms of getting your hands on it.
There are a lot of nuances.
Julie and Melissa, do you think that these words, they're just almost baiting people to use them so then she can cry victim?
What's wrong with being ambitious, by the way? That's a compliment to me.
Like, that one's pretty funny, ambitious. Yeah. I also think it's funny, whenever you threaten a reporter, the first thing they do, they love it, is blast it out that they've been threatened. It's so dumb. It's such a dumb move.
Who are these people? Nobody really even knows who they are.
Well, we know who this person is, Congressman. Thank you so much for joining. We loved having you. We hope we'll be back. And of course, we'll be back Monday at noon Eastern. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Happening Now is starting right now.